Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Monday. You know what that means. Me and Odin are out here in the shed, and it is a pull video. We've been sick the last couple of weeks, or last week I should say. So I haven't had a chance to get out here and film on a regular basis because we were really sick. So you see everything is blown up, it's messed up, it's dirty in here. I've got to get that cleaned up, and I'll get right back with you. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Max. I'm the fast talking flipper. Angie's my better half. She's inside playing video games, doing whatever she's doing because she doesn't want to be on the video today. It's perfectly okay. I've got to get this done because the eclipse happens today, and we've been sick, man. I'm telling you, I am so sorry for not posting any content, but it was everything that we could do to keep things going around the homestead and the eBay store and everything else that we do and still maintain our health. There is a stomach bug going around, and other than having COVID, which I did have, I have never been sick like that before in my life. I lost damn near 10 pounds in 3 days, and it was terrible, and it took me a few days to come back from that. But I'll get more into that later because I'll tell you what ended up happening there. But we are resellers. We buy here locally in Cincinnati. We're in the Cincinnati area. I'm in Southeast Indiana, but I'm half an hour from downtown Cincinnati. We buy locally here, and then we resell it online for more, typically on eBay, that kind of thing, you know, Facebook Marketplace. Today outlines all the stuff that has sold over the weekend. I did sell some local stuff here that people came and picked up, so it's been a busy week. I know there was no updates with the sales last week. I just couldn't film, guys. I literally could not get out of bed. It was terrible. But we've had some great sales over the weekend, and we've had some really good sales. We even had a Poshmark sale. That's what this is. I had it listed on eBay for $49.99, but I marked it up on Poshmark because on Poshmark, they only cover up to 5 pounds of shipping. And if your item goes over 5 pounds, you have to pay the adjustment. So I had to mark it up. I sold it for $65 on Poshmark, which means that I sold it for much more than I would have sold it for on eBay because I had it listed on eBay for $49.95, but I have to cover some of that shipping myself, so you have to adjust for that. Odin he's pacing back and forth. People are outside shooting guns because the apocalypse is happening today. We are in the path of totality. Where my house is right at the edge. If you drive another 3 or 4 minutes down the road, you won't be in the path of totality, but we are in the path of totality. So we will see a complete darkness here in the Cincinnati, Southwest Indiana area, whereas just a few minutes away, and I'm going to have to go to the school today because I teach tonight, and they won't be. So it's going to suck. I'm going to miss it because I have to be there at 3:30 for class, and it happens just about 3:10. So I can't stay home. So Odin's pacing back and forth. He doesn't like the bangs and the booms, that kind of thing. So that item is going to go out of here. Poshmark, $65. Going to get that out of here. My eBay sales, well, let's go over a PayPal sale that came through. I do have a couple things that sold over the weekend. Like I said, local car parts. Had these two items here. You can see I got to take this stuff out to my music barn because that is local yard sale stuff. We will sell all this in yard sales or whatnot. I've got that sold to a local guy there. He's going to give me $150 for it. But these two here, this is a heat exchanger and an option B kit. Those two things there, I just posted them yesterday and they sold today. $275 shipped. So that's just PayPal, going straight out on PayPal. Nice, easy sales. Gave $2,000 for that car. I sold the motor for $1,700, and I've since sold several other parts as well. So that car is good to go. I will be getting back today the HHR that I bought. I've been dragging my feet on it because we've just been so busy. You know, before we got sick, we traveled to Cleveland, and that's part of it too, is like we've been busy. We traveled to Cleveland, got sick for a week, and this weekend we're traveling on our weekend away. Odin, you're going to have to lay down, buddy, because I'm going to end up running you over. This weekend is our weekend away, so we're going to travel another hour outside of town here and just have a local staycation kind of thing. But man, we've been busy, so we haven't had much time to do anything. But this past weekend, 16 items for $1,156.63. All right, sorry, I had to put Odin inside, man. He was just pacing underneath my feet, and it just had to take him inside. Poor fella, he just does not like the loud noises, so just is what it is. But 16 items going out of here for $1,156. So let's get ready and pull these on out. start off with our first one. Was a pretty darn good sale. Husqvarna Viking. This is a it's the computer program for a machine that right there, and it's complete. I believe it's new. Might be used. I can't remember. But we got this at that auction in Pittsburgh there, and $249 for that nice guy there. It is it's got the CD and the dongle and everything, so it is a complete unit, so to speak. I've got one of these brake retainer tools. I'm going to go ahead and grab several things out of here, I think, because I've got several things that sold. I just listed these, retail arbitraged all this stuff, really. And you'll see here in a minute when I list, or I say how much it all sold for, because I don't remember what I paid. Man, my throat is hurting already today. And I have to teach tonight. It's not a good thing. I really need to find a solution for my throat problems, because the VA has not given me an answer on what's going on. They call it silent reflux. It's like acid reflux without the acid. So that's fun. But I sold one of these little brake retainer tools. We have them listed for $29.99. We'll take an offer of $25 on them and get them sold. And that's as low as we go on them. But they do, we get offers all the time for $20, and we always reject them. I got a watch that sold. I think we got this one because it has the box with it. I think we got this one at the auction in Pittsburgh, so it finally sold. Here we go. Just an Invicta watch with the box. Not a high dollar one, but still, yeah, got decent money. Easy to ship too, because it's in that box. We can just throw that really in a bubble mailer and ship it out just like that. $70. Getting on out of here. My next one. These are Saturn Ion Coupe. Saturn Ion Coupe corner lights. I bought these in a lot. I got these, these two, and some other random Saturn parts that are kind of hard to find parts that I was like, yeah, those are great. Like these guys here, these little corner bumper pieces. They're hard to see, but these are little trim pieces that are no longer made. They're discontinued. They're specific to Ion red lines. I wanted those trim pieces because they're impossible to find. I bought the last of what was the new old stock in the GM inventory a couple years ago, and I have since sold out of them. So anytime I see them, I know that they're impossible to find. But I got, just for these corner lights, $34.99. I paid $50 for a big lot of stuff, and I had it shipped to me, and the guy was more than happy to get that gone. So I've just been making the money back out of that that lot of things. There was some stuff in there that I'll use personally as well. I've got an Aeromotive fuel pressure regulator. This was in one of the cars that I bought, and I had no idea it was coming with it, but I didn't anticipate it being something that was worth money when I bought it. I knew once I saw it, it was worth money, but it wasn't something that I put, there's, $2,000 worth of stuff, including this in the car. No, it wasn't something like that. This one sold on an offer for $130. So that's going to get on out of here. Got some shoes. I want to say I paid, we bought like 5 pairs of shoes all at the same sale. It was the sale that we got last year where we got a whole bunch of Rock Band guitars for $5 a piece, and then we went back after the fact and bought all their shoes. I think they had 4 or 5 pairs, and I gave like $20 a pair to average them out, to get them, at a deal. I think they wanted 25. I can't remember exactly what they were, but it's these Tetris shoes. They're kind of cool. I thought they would be worth more, but they're not. You can see there, that little guy. That's kind of neat. I like those. The Puma Tetris shoes, $29.96. Getting on up out of here. Here is a good sale. Another good sale. This is a Coleman lantern. We did pay up for this a little. 20 or 40 bucks maybe. Guys, I am really straining my voice already. Not a fan. Not a fan whatsoever. I can't remember if we gave 40. I know we gave at least 20, but we got it at a yard sale. late last year, but not bad. Looks like it was either new in the box or maybe used once or twice. It was almost new in the box. And I always try to, especially if you see one that's older, you can tell by the box. You can see that this is an older box. You can look on the bottom of the lantern. It will have a manufacturer date on it. This particular one, I believe, is 1971 with box. Pyrex, excellent used condition is what we put it at. It is a 228F, and it sold for $183.95. I believe that's 8% off. I think we sent an offer of 8% off on that one. I've got a Paramount Parks Scooby-Dooby-Doo cup. I think it's down here somewhere. There it is. This guy right here. Some of these can be money. This is, I think that this is from when Kings Island here locally was Paramount Kings Island. It's no longer Paramount Kings Island, but who's your doggy? Right there. That guy, $9. Is that right? Yeah, $9. I think I had it listed for like $12.99, something along those lines. Easy to pick up, easy to ship, easy to sell because they don't take up a lot of room, but not high dollar. So I don't like to keep a ton of that kind of stuff around. The Grocery Gang Chrome and Chewa trash is what? I have no idea what this is. I don't know where we got it. I don't know why we have it, but I'm glad we do because it got decent money. I believe it's that guy. I'm going to go ahead and get this other lot while I'm in here. Yeah, it is that guy. Kind of cool. Man, they didn't have toys like that when I was a youngin'. That's for sure. That's kind of cool. But that guy, $19.95 for that one. You know, that's why I'm happy that it sold. 7-piece Jurassic Park lot. I think we took an offer on this one, maybe 8% off, because it sold for $8.45. Just a, that was a weird noise. $8.45. There's a helicopter flying around, and it's must be a bigger commercial grade helicopter because it's definitely not one that I would recognize. Next one is a metal t-shirt. I bought this at a yard sale, and it turns out that the guy I bought it from was my cousin. In talking to him, I had to Venmo him a payment, and he gave me his last name, and his last name was Fricky. And Fricky is not a very common last name. And I was like, are you any relation to Dick Fricky? And he's like, yeah, that's my dad. And I was like, wait a minute, there can't be too many Dick Frickies that are around here. And in talking to him, turns out that we are related. So that was funny. This is one of these t-shirts. You see that? And if you can read it, then you probably are into metal. But when I looked at it at first, I couldn't read it. I could see the S, and I thought that was an L. But he said it's a Slipknot shirt. And I was like, ah, okay, cool. So I bought it. I gave $1 for it, I think, and brought it home, and I looked it up, and it's definitely not a Slipknot. It is a band called Scumfuck. It's a metal t-shirt, and it is a pretty rare one, and it sold for $29.95. So $1 and $29.95, not too shabby. I've got 2 door appliques. These used to be worth more. These are for the Saturn Ion Coupe. And coupe alone, they will not fit on the 4-door, and typically what happens is that mounting point right there will break off of them, and on the highway they will fly off to go see Jesus. So they're constantly needing to be repaired. I used to sell those for $40 a piece, but the market has changed, unfortunately. So they are down to $34.99 for a pair. I don't go around and pick them up like I used to. I used to go to the junkyard and pick them up, but no longer, alas. I shall not be doing that. I'm still selling parts off of the old Star Wars ship that I parted out. The Imperial Shuttle. This is one of the guns here. Took an offer on it. It's been sitting around for a while because it just kind of bent up. Somebody will have to re-straighten that. $12.50. I think we had it listed for $14.99. So that's going to get out of here. I sold another one of these guys here, the little brake tools, and again at $25. And that guy as well. I think we've only got a couple more, which is good because my voice is failing quickly. We did get a couple of video game lots over the weekend, and you'll probably see one of them in a video soon. I'm just going to go ahead and grab both of them while we're here. You'll see one of them in a video. Then the other one was a marketplace pickup, but we went to a church sale, and at the church sale there was a box just full of random video games, and there was a PlayStation 1, some Xbox 360, and some Wii games in there. We gave $25 for that box, and then there was a listing on Marketplace with an Xbox 360 and maybe 15 games, give or take. And one of the games alone was worth $25. We knew the Xbox 360 would sell 60, 80, so we figured, hey, what the heck? We don't have any video games, and to help us with our no video game kind of stuff, we went ahead and bought it and listed some of the stuff out of it. This one here is SmackDown and Raw. SmackDown vs. Raw 2010, 2011 for Xbox 360. The pair of them sold for $34.99. And then Need for Speed Carbon. This is a great game to find for regular Xbox. For Xbox 360, it still isn't too terribly bad, but it's not a high dollar game. $14.99. So if you can get that, you know, for Xbox 360 for $1, that's probably a good one to grab. Any of the wrestling games are pretty good to grab as well. And one thing that we did find that in searching for this stuff was this driver game, Driver San Francisco. I don't know what happened with that, but it seems like that shot way up in price, and Driver San Francisco is now like a $40 game. Also, FIFA 18, I had no idea. FIFA 18 for 360 is like a $40 game as well. So that's another game to look out for. Those are a couple of ones, you know, in our researching that you definitely want to keep an eye on. So we went to Cleveland this past weekend, and as you guys are aware, Anytime Picker Roman, he is in Cleveland there, and we went out to dinner with Roman. And he took us to a traditional Russian restaurant, and we had some great food, had some great time hanging out with Roman. But what I didn't know was that all of the food was apparently laced with poison, and that's what got us sick. Everyone there must have been, you know, holding some kind of flu bug in the Cleveland area, and I directly blame Roman for us getting sick. No one else. Definitely not any of the children that we saw around the Easter holiday. Definitely none of Angie's family. It was all Roman's fault. So if you're viewing this, you're friends with Roman, I want you to go over to his channel. His channel is Anytime Picker, and I want you to let him know that, you know, it's not okay to get other people sick, because we brought that Cleveland funk bug back with us, and man, it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. None of that's true. None of that's true whatsoever. I didn't get a chance to see Roman when I was up there. I wish I could have, but our schedules didn't allow it. So unfortunately, we missed out. But I did come back from Cleveland and get extremely sick. And it just hasn't been a good time since. So remember to like, comment, subscribe, share. I do appreciate you viewing. I'm sorry we haven't been putting out content more regularly. We will be getting back to that this week. I appreciate you viewing. I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you. And we will see you on the next one.